Hey, welcome back. Dar Narbugud or something is where we are. I don't think I've ever done this instance before, or if I've done it, I haven't sort of got through it. So, you know, in keeping with Narbugud. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. In keeping with, you know, my YouTube channel's sort of premise of trying to sort of record or document everything in the game. This is just another instance. I thought this would be a good time to do a state of play video. And if those of you who are maybe quite new and don't know the state of play series, it's basically me just talking about different aspects of the game or different aspects of gaming while watching myself play. Sometimes actually, oh, here we go, because, well, there you go. There was a problem with my screen, I remember. And I also got locked out because I started a bit late. So we'll just go really fast now. But yeah, just while that's going really quickly, state of play is where I discuss certain aspects of the game or certain aspects of gaming. Usually I do it whilst I play, but this time I've recorded the gameplay first because I just thought, you know, it was in the evening and there wasn't really the opportunity to sort of talk at the same time. Recorded gameplay first, and then I'm sort of talking over watching myself play. So I'll probably break off every now and then. Got some coffee, and to talk about what's actually going on. It took about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's a massive instance. I just need to turn it down in my ear so I'm not like shouting at you. And yeah, it's a massive instance, so I kind of sort of cut it together and try and condense it down. I can see here that it lasts 31 minutes, so 31 minutes of your time. And obviously when I've got nothing to say, I won't say anything, and I'll just sort of drop out from the corner there, and you can watch the game sort of unfold. So, but first things first, before we start discussing anything, last week I topped 600 subscribers, which is pretty amazing. Thank you very much for that. I've got a personal target of having 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, and I've got 600 now. So, and I think my subscribers really didn't start coming in until about October. So, if you know, kind of on schedule to make 1,000, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, to all of you who have subscribed and have shared the videos and have perhaps recommended the videos and have commented so that other people can see that there's actually action on this YouTube page, then I'm very, 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 oh, channel is called, not a page. I'm very happy, and thank you very much for that. So yeah, at the moment it was about 610. You know, sometimes it goes up, people drop out, people come back, or you know, so that's really, really cool. Today, the first thing on the state of play, I suppose, well, today is May the 4th. That is Star Wars Day, but I'm recording this quite early in the morning. My kids were ill, so I had to sort of cancel some lessons. You know, I'm a teacher, if you didn't know that. I had to cancel some lessons. Oh, there was a big jump there. What's it called? Yeah, so I've got an hour before I have to go back to work again. So I just thought I'd record this and put it up. But yeah, it's May the 4th. It's Star Wars Day, but it's also obviously update 16 time. Later on today, for those of you who live in the States, which is probably most of you who watch this, then you've got a lot of hours to go. It's probably about 2 in the morning your time, earliest. And yeah, I think the servers are gonna go down from 8 until 1 Eastern Standard Time. I'm obviously really, really want to know what you think of update 16. You can write it on any video or whatever when we get there. But I just thought, you know, while you're waiting for update 16, you could watch this. But I'm apprehensive about update 16. The imbuing system, I've read a lot about it, and it seems like a sort of nightmare. Maybe it's me not really understanding anything. I'm going to do it. I'm going to imbue I've got about 3 symbols of the Elder King anyway, or whatever they are. So if I don't like it, then I'll just sort of make another bow and grind that up, I suppose. It seems that the whole update is really obviously focused. I understand that a lot of people wanted imbuing or the thing to level with you. I think, you know, I'm glad we've got it. It's not that I think it's a bad idea. It's just I'm actually worried about the rest of this sort of, well, it's not an expansion, they don't do anymore, was this update, is I rode around Gondor on Bull Roarer, just for a little bit. Just I was on 10, 15, 20 minutes tops. No, okay, half hour tops. And it's more of the same. Now, you know, you can say, well, duh, it's Gondor. And it is. But it's just, I don't know. There's not enough other stuff new. Of course, the environments are going to look similar. I mean, there are new sort of towns and everything that are huge. But it's just, I don't know, a new type of orc, a new type of wolf, you know, for Slayer deeds or whatever. A new type of this, but no, I think I mentioned it before, I mentioned it again, there's no new sort of crafting tier, so there's, you know, what's the point? What's the point in having this Eolingus scarn anymore? I mean, I don't want it. And sapwood branches dropping and all these kind of things, I don't need them anymore. So yeah, just stop giving it to me. If you're not going to give me a craft update, get rid of them. Or replace them with what you might use on the next update. So then we can start to stockpile them. Something that's puzzled me as well, on a similar note, is that task items, I don't know if you remember those, I don't know if you remember them, but task items in the last update, they actually went up to level 105. Now I know Turbine was going to raise the level cap, and they were sort of talked out of it by the Players Council, and lots of players who have just, you know, ground their LI to 100 to 100, and then they're going to have to start again, which is the whole imbuing system thing. But I think they could have done both. You know, I think they could have given you the option. Do you want to level up to 105, or level your? I suppose you can't really do that. Well, yeah, level up to 105 and create a 105 bow, or level up to 105 just to the character and imbue your bow and have it grow with you. You know, they could have given you the option of both there, I think. But anyway, that's a different point. But the whole thing with the tasks, I've got like loads in my vault of these task items that I had 105, and there are no bulletin boards or task boards to cash them in on. And now IXP, again with the imbuement system, is going to be like, you know, a big factor on sort of leveling up. Task items really help with that. And I suppose, yeah, you can use old ones, you can still collect, but what's the point of having these 105 level task items dropping still when you do instances? Level 100 instances at tier 2 and stuff. You get all these new task items dropping and you can't use them for anything at all. So, I mean, maybe when the update comes, they'll be there, but in Bull Roar when I was there, they weren't. So, so it's just there's like loads of old stuff lying around is my sort of problem with it, that I don't really need, or I don't know if I'm going to need in the future. So I will enjoy, obviously, Faramir. I'll enjoy the new instances, you know, Faramir, yes, and all that kind of stuff. You know, and I'll enjoy getting to Osgiliath and seeing Minas Tirith in the background, you know, and all the kind of the Slayer deeds and the deeding and all that sort of stuff, and getting good drops from the instances. Yeah, that's all good, but there just seems to be loads of, you know, I can't make any new armor. I can't grind towards that. I can't sort of, there's loads of task stuff dropping. There doesn't seem to be any sort of new. There's new elements, but there's nothing, you know. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But others will play it, and all those sort of, you know, there'll be new roving threats, and I'll record those, and the instances when they're done, and, you know, and when I've done them, I'll record those. But it just seems a bit, I don't know. It seems a bit like we need something more. Hopefully Minas Tirith. I was thinking Minas Tirith, that's a town, it's a thriving town, thriving city. Very close to Mordor. Now you must get sort of crafting updates there in order to maybe craft items, you know, just sort of, if you're gonna sort of role play, you know, crafting items for Gondorian soldiers and stuff on the charge to Mordor. It'll make a lot more sense, that's what I mean, as far as the sort of universe is concerned, to sort of have a crafting tier there. If there's no crafting tier from now on to the end of the game, I mean, I don't know what's going on. Well, here's the first boss. I don't know if you can help me here. Is all this stuff lore? I remember when I did Moria as well, I sort of dropped down, you know, when you go into Moria, and this is pretty much it. And you've got like those world eaters and all these kind of like meshy, gooey, blobby things that you're killing. And I'm thinking, is this, you know, Globsnagger? And I mean, is this lore? I mean, because I don't actually know. I mean, I could Google it, I suppose, but I'm asking you to tell me. Because it doesn't seem very Tolkien-esque with these sort of like monsters growing out of roots and pus and ooze and gunk and the World Eater. I mean, what is that? I don't really get it. Is it? I mean, is it lore? If it is, where's it from? I don't remember it in Lord of the Rings. Definitely, obviously not in The Hobbit. I can't really say I remember too much from Silmarillion either. So please let me know if this kind of area is actually Tolkien or if it's, you know, as they did with Wildermore, if this is just something Turbine's kind of made up as some kind of evil, kind of lurking under Moria, Lothlorien type thing, because it does seem very strange to me. So yeah, update 16, you know, I can't believe it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can't wait to download it. Absolutely cannot wait to download it. There we go, another little edit there. Because there's nothing, you know, this is a level 53 instance, so there's no loot. There's no loot even worth mentioning, so I just sort of drop it. We carry on. So yeah, can't wait for update 16. I'll be downloading later today, and I'll be playing later on tonight. I've sort of ordered the night off, and because I'm going to be going upstairs, and finally I'll be imbuing and seeing how that works. And I suppose, you know, even though I've read loads of guides, I'll be annoying everybody on the world chat by asking them, what does this do, what does that do, and etc. I've stockpiled some marks and meds. I might have some TP enough to buy a Crystal of Remembrance, but it'll be interesting to sort of see how it goes. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll survive anyway. Obviously, instancing will be great, getting your weapon up, but you know, I won't need my weapon at full strength in order to complete, like, you know, epic content and tasks. But it just does seem a shame that you don't have, you know, tasks being updated finally, or being able to catch them in at least. You don't have crafting update, and you can't level anymore. You know, I really do think you should have been able to level to 105 this time, and then get a level, be able to craft a level 105 LI, or imbue now, level up to 105, and have your thing imbue with you. I think that would have been maybe a really good compromise. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. But obviously, let me know what you think there. That would be great. Let's see, Dark Maw Master. What is a Dark Maw? I've got no idea about it. So let me know. Let me know. But it's quite a colourful instance. It looks pretty good. What we got next? What we got next up is something I've been wondering about for a long time, which is Patreon. I understand the concept of Patreon. I mean, you know, I'm not that stupid, a bit, but not, you know, that stupid. I understand that there's another boss. There's so many of these bosses, it's unbelievable. It's like loads and loads of them. Some of them have different sort of things you have to watch out for. You know, they put a little eye over your head, like in Gondor, and you have to sort of run away or turn your back or get close to them, otherwise, you know, they'll insta-kill or whatever. But yeah, there was no problem for me, but some people die, as you'll see. There we go.
Welcome.
Yeah, Patreon, right? It's I understand that if I've got a new idea or project that I need a sort of Kickstarter, because that's almost like, I think, how I see it, that I want to get off the ground, then I ask for crowdfunding. I mean, that's, you know, that's a very basic concept. But I've noticed that people do Let's Play videos. Now, I know that people, well, not a lot of people, 600, you know, it's great. I'm not saying it's not a lot, but, you know, people have got like 35 million subscribers. So, I know that people like watching my Let's Play videos. And I do Let's Play videos not in order to make any kind of money whatsoever. But I do them because, you know, this is what I do. This is just a little hobby. It's a little side hobby. When I got the time, I do it. When I don't do it. I think perhaps if I wanted to do something completely new, if I say, if you like me as a person, if you want to see me, I don't know, do something new, try something experimental, maybe nothing to do with Lord of the Rings Online, then, you know, and I need the time to do it, and I need to be able to afford that, then, you know, can you give me some money? And, you know, I'll probably get like $2 from my mum or something, and then that'll be it. But what I've been puzzled by is people who do Let's Play videos continue Yeah, snarling overseer. I've got no idea what they are. Sorry. And people do Let's Play videos say, if you want me to continue doing my Let's Play videos, then pay me. Or, you know, if I reach $50 or whatever, then you get... It's just like, I'll put it this way. You know, I do my Bjorning Let's Play. Hopefully some have seen those. I'm about level 45. I'm almost at Moria. You know. And I could say, right, when I get to Moria, I stop. And if I can get $50 from Patreon subscribers, I'll go through Moria for you. Okay? And then stop there and say, if I get another 50, then I'll go through Lothlorien and Mirkwood. Okay? And etc, etc, etc. Now that kind of thing I don't understand, because it's something I'm doing anyway. And if I don't have time to do it, I don't just have time to do it. You know, $50 is not going to give me time to do it. Do you see what I mean? I don't want to be ungrateful or anything, but, you know, I've got a house, a car, I've got 4 children. You know, if I'm going to actually say to my wife, look, you know, this is an extra job, so you're going to have to give me the time to go up and do it, I'm going to need to be getting back $500. Okay. So, you know, a month in order to maybe put out the content I want to put out, you know, because I'll Let's Play everything. You know, people are saying to me, roll a tune on you know, server like Laura Lynn or something. Yeah, okay, you know, I could say you get people to Patreon me $200, $300. You know, I'll roll a tune and play 2 nights a week. But you know, I should be doing this because I enjoy doing it, and I started doing it. I can understand again if I've never played Lotro before, and for some reason I was known on YouTube. Then I could say, right, well, if you want me to play Lotro, then, you know, you fund me through Patreon, and I'll roll a tune, and I'll talk you through the game and see how it goes. But I'm already playing this game. And it's not just Lotro players. It's nothing to do with just Lotro players. There's loads of Let's Players out there playing lots of different games, but trying to also get money to carry on playing the game they already started recording because they enjoyed it. So there you go. Look, I'll punish you. I've got the thing over my head. I don't really care, though, because you can't really hurt me too much. There he goes. He goes red. There you go. 2,600. Anyway, so yeah, that's what with Patreon. And with all sort of Kickstarters, really, I don't really understand that. So I'd like to sort of ask if you guys play Patreon, pay to anyone on Patreon. Have you paid for someone to start something new, or have you paid for someone just to carry on doing what they were doing before? I mean, I'm not really criticising them. I'm just sort of wondering about it. So, you know, is there anything I'm not thinking of as far as, you know, I could cut this video off now and say, you know, as soon as I get $10 through Patreon or $20 through Patreon, then I'll put the last half up. Because that's kind of how it feels when, you know, some people who are already doing Let's Play content on a certain game then want more Let's Play content. Oh, you have to stop, that's it, because he just absorbs. And he dissolves and he gets... I didn't know that. I was just pew-pewing like, you know, like an idiot hunter. And... now you can do it again. Yeah, so he's one that's actually got a little bit of tactics to him if you've never done this instance before. You get the quest, the side quest. It was shared, by the way, the side quests there. They were shared by the group leader, but what's it called? But you pick them up outside Lothlorien, or inside, just inside. There were those 3 quest givers there right at the start in Karaskeleton, or however you pronounce it. And you get some Lothlorien gold leaves and silver branches and stuff like that. Which sort of annoyed me that I didn't know this earlier, because I used all mine, and there's a steed that you can get, but it's going to take me doing this instance probably about 15-20 times to get enough gold leaves and silver branches. So that's a little bit annoying. So... but that's just besides the point. So Patreon or Kickstarter, I can understand Kickstarter, you know, I've got a new idea for coffee mugs. This is the idea, this is what it is. Do you want to drink out one of my coffee mugs? Give me some money, I'll produce it, and I'll send you some sort of, you know, a signed coffee mug or, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, and exclusive rewards. But saying, like, you know, do you want me to level my Bjorning to live through Moria, and as a reward for that, I might run an instance with you if you roll on Windfola or something. It just seems like, you know, this is just a, I don't know, it seems like it's just a game. And if you're doing YouTube videos, you do it because you want to. And if you don't have the time to do it that much, well, that's just a shame, you know. But there's none of us out here. And then there's no Let's Players really, apart from, you know, someone like PewDiePie and I don't know the other guy, the sort of big guy who sits. I've forgotten his name now. You know, they make money from it, and that's fine. That's fair enough. Fair enough. They make lots of money. They deserve it. They're entertaining, you know. But yeah, PewDiePie or PewDiePie or however you say his name, you know, he's making proper money. He's like rich. I don't think there's hardly anyone else who's probably rich. There's no one who could probably buy a house, buy a car, and go on maybe 1 or 2 holidays a year, have children, and pay for all that sort of stuff from making videos. So an extra $50 here and there, that doesn't help really. I mean, I get about $10 a month from these videos. All the videos I've done make about between $9 and $11 a month. And I still haven't had one payout yet because you have to reach a threshold before you get the money out of something like $100 or $110, and then I'll actually get a first payout. And the hours I've put into these, the absolute hours that I've spent recording and everything else, and editing and trying new stuff out and everything like that, you know, I'm working for about $5 an hour, but I don't see it as work. You see, it's a hobby. And if I don't have time for my hobby, like recently I haven't had a lot of time, it's getting to the summer, there's exams, it's very busy. I'm trying to do at least 1 video a week. That's just how it is. And when I've got more time, I'll do more. And, you know, and when I don't, I won't. And that's just it. It's fun. But, you know, me asking you guys for money, which you're welcome to send me anyway, you know, just seems a bit, I don't know, it just seems a bit off, really. But let me know. Maybe I'm thinking about it in the wrong way. Maybe I'm not seeing something that should be there. That is there and that's glaringly obvious, and maybe I'm being too judgmental or something like that. So your opinion on those 2 things so far is update 16. Obviously, I want to know if you've played it on Ballroarer and what your sort of, if you have the same sort of, you know, reservations as me about it. And obviously, if you've played by the time you watch this, I just sort of want to know what you think of it, really. The next and the last thing we want to talk about, again, this instance, let's just break off, this instance is very sort of samey. You know, you go through corridors with all this sort of gooey type sort of, it's almost like, I don't know if you've any played Halo, it's almost like the Flood. You know, it reminds me of the Flood in Halo, a Flood level, and it just doesn't seem to be very Lord of the Ringsy. Anger me and face the consequences, he says as he dies. Yeah, very well. And a fumarole. I mean, what are they? You know, what are they? And Moria, sorry, by the time I got halfway through Moria, I got down there, I just thought, you know, I want to get out of here. So I didn't really sort of check. And but there we go. And there's even more of them. So it's just pew 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 all the way through. Excuse me. But yeah, the last thing is something I read on Massively Overpowered, and I thought it was actually a good idea. Again, the commenters sort of were quite hard on it, but I like the idea. It's basically the idea is that Lotro should have a progression server. And I had to sort of think about what that was. So if it's not, you know, immediately obvious to you, then a progression server is a server where you all progress together. So, say for example, they create a new server called Progression. That was a great idea. And then we all roll a new character on there, but it's capped at level 20. And it's capped at level 20 perhaps for, say, or 30, let's just say 30, for like 3 months perhaps. So everyone's instancing together. Everyone's getting the same sort of gear. No one's powering up through the levels. And it would almost be like rediscovering the game. Do you see what I mean? Because then all of a sudden, and you'll get the population that you want. One of the arguments was, it's like, yeah, the population that certain areas are completely empty. Well, it won't be if you have a progression server. And then, you know, Turbine could say, okay, well, you know, now we're going to up it to 50. And you could also make it, as they said, that if people come late to the game, let's just say you join the progression server late, then you could maybe get gifts of the Valar type stuff in order to sort of power level your character. Because the idea is that everyone goes through the game together. And it would probably be a really good idea to breathe new life into... it'd be a good idea to breathe new life into the game and get more people doing stuff sort of to running stuff together. I think that's a really good idea. I don't know about you. I would definitely do it. I would definitely do that if there's a progression server, because there were so many instances, starting the game late, there were so many sort of instances, like the Rift, for example. I think I've run that once as a level 100, you know, and having a progression server where you're sort of capped at 50 or 60, there'd be people running the Rift all the time, again, and new people coming to the game, and, you know, probably from excuse me, from a mithril coin or TP point of view, you know, people are probably more willing to, you know, pay. I want to grind this, I want to get that. He killed a lot of people, this dude. You know, I really need this, you know, I don't know, I just think everyone being at the same place would be more incentive for people to perhaps invest in tomes and things like that in order to, and perhaps expansions, and maybe not just sort of FTP grinding the whole time. So, just to let you know how you get out of here if you haven't done it before. You fall down. It hurts. You've probably realised as well, yet again, when it's a longer video, it was like a 2-hour video because there's people waiting, and there was, you know, I went downstairs for a cigarette and there's loads of things going on. So I've condensed it down. And again, the sound, it might be in the editing process, but as there's so many cuts, I couldn't really go through it. But there's about half a second or 1 second delay, and I hope it's hasn't been too annoying to you, for you. But yeah, and this is the end now. We finally got down, jumped down, go through there, run down the corridor. There are these World Eater protectors, and there's a fat thing there on the left. So yeah, progression server. I like that idea. You know, I'd do it, definitely. I definitely, you know, level something to level a new character to level 20, 30, and really run the old instances and get the drops and really sort of grind those and get, you know, new kinships would be formed and new sort of friends, and there'd be loads of activity on the server. So you know, it would always be populated, no matter where you were as well in the game. You probably get really good population. I think that's a really good idea, and I'd like to know whether you think it's a good idea or not. Who dares come into my lair? Who dares? Yeah, whoever you are. So yeah, would you do that? I mean, if there was a progression server, you know, let's just say cap level 25, level 30, would you roll a new tune? And would you, you know, or maybe get some people from your kinships down there, and you know, and then obviously once you've got everything and you've, you know, got tasks up and crafting, you know, to the absolute max and everything, and everyone's, you know, loads of people running around, then you can go back to your old server, do some more stuff, and then when they up the cap, go back and then progress again. And I think, you know, it'll make you stay in the areas, and it will make you, I think, maybe perhaps appreciate the game again. It'll be almost like a second look at the game. Because let's just face it, you know, in the Bjorning thing, for me, it is nice to look at old stuff again. But again, you're very much on your own. I haven't really done any instances with anyone, and now I'm level 45. And it's very much, you know, a case of let's just get to 100. Let's get my Bjorning up so I can run some instances with some, you know, some people. And, yeah, he throws out these grunts, and we just, like, batter those. Gets dark, can't, bit of a waiting time for these grunts to come out. So, yeah, I think it's, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Really? So, yeah, let me know what you think. Basically, also, so that's it. Really. We've got update 16. It's May the 4th coming. We've got the other thing that I spoke about, which for some reason now I can't remember. Patreon, which would be good. And I want to know what you think about that. Yeah, do you pay? Would you be willing to pay? This is not me canvassing people for Patreon, by the way. As I said, I'm not going to do it. Are you willing to pay for Let's Play videos on Patreon? And you know, at the end, do you think a progression server is a good idea? Yeah, as I said, if you're on tonight or if you're on Windfola, then I'll be on. I'll be on a lot from now on, really. If there's anything good kind of going on, I'll try and just record the gameplay and then, you know, do some sort of talking over that afterwards. And there you go, completed the Hierarchy of the Nameless. So we're done. Really, that's it. Again, thanks again for the 600 subscribers. I'll just wait for my outro music to come in. And that should be it, really. And yeah, I'll see you in game. Keep playing, keep commenting. You know, keep sharing the video. That's all really, really cool that you guys do that. And I'm ready. I don't know what we've only really checked for, actually. There you go. Some TP. Loads of sort of different stuff going on. But there's about 30 seconds left that I'm just going to have to talk and talk and talk about sort of nothing, really. So, yeah, I hope you have a good week. Let me know if you imbue or not. Let me know what you think of the imbuing system. Let me know what you think of everything. And there we go. There's the music. Bye-bye.